Hello, my beautiful friends. Namaste. I'm Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. I'd like to welcome you to your planetary energy forecast for the week of February the 26th, 2024. Now we are saying goodbye to the challenging month of February, and we are entering into a really busy month of March. There's a lot of shifts and changes coming. Now, keep in mind, you want to gain the traction that you can with some of these positive aspects that we have this week, because March, especially at the end of March, we begin to get into eclipse season, and also Mercury will enter its shadow zone. So move forward with the opportunities that present themselves this week. The astrology is very focused, and so if you have a copy of your chart, that would be useful. If you don't have a copy of your chart, be sure to check out astro.com. That's where I recommend people can get their free astrology charts. We are going to start off this week with Mars, an intense aspect to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus. Jupiter does, even in challenging moments, tend to bless whatever planets it's interacting with. We're just coming off the heels of Venus having this same contact, right? Remember, Venus and Mars were walking hand in hand for a while there in Aquarius, and now Mars is stepping into that clash kind of energy with Jupiter. So you may have noticed, if you did, over the weekend, before this week commences, some challenging things related to money or finances or commodities or even weather-related events, because Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, which represents the Earth. Jupiter is an amplification. Mars is about action. It wants to expend energy. It wants to move in a certain direction. And so you may wish to see where the areas of life, Aquarius and Taurus, are for you, and where you feel like you have to push forward a little bit. There will be some blessings. Now, we're also noticing the kind of Piscean energy. There's so much energy concentrated in Pisces. We have Mercury, which is your mind. We have the sun, which is, how you bring your essence forward into the earth or into the world. We have Saturn, all clustered together. And this week you're going to feel them sending a beautiful blessing energy to that Jupiter. All right. This is wonderful energy. It's very spiritual energy. It has a lot of depth. But because it's Pisces, it can feel a little untethered, a little ungrounded, a little uncertain. If you know where 9 degrees is, anywhere in your chart, if you have a 9-degree point, there is a laser focus. All of these planets will cluster at that same degree point, functioning very powerfully. But, just feel into what that's like. I have been trying to describe to some of my clients what this Piscean energy feels like. And it just feels to me, it's like walking into a pond and there's water, and it's up to your ankles, but with every step, you're not even sure. It might go up to your knees. It might swallow you up, right? So you're treading very carefully, and you have to tune into your intuition. You have to tap into your inner knowing in order to feel like how to navigate in this area. And again, if you have a meditation practice, things like that, that's really important. But yet, because of the interaction with the very practical Taurus energy, you've got to maintain that reality check, right? Inspiration is wonderful, but it has to be based in the physical reality, all right? This is where we're living our life. So stay anchored, stay tethered. Now, we've got another interesting moon void that I want you to pay attention to. It happens in the afternoon of the 27th. If you're in the Eastern time zone, it's 1:22 p.m. It voids the whole rest of the day, and in fact, the following day, the 28th, until 10:09 p.m. Eastern. That's an enormous, more than 24-hour moon void, right? So again, it is an untethered time. It is wonderful for magical thinking. It is wonderful for creativity, for inspiration. If you are someone that you're kind of determining that you're sensitive to these things, I want you to be really, really cautious and careful. Why? Well, just because if you're not paying attention, problems can occur. But a lot of wonderful magical thinking can happen at this time. All right. Now, that is also the day that you're having this exact conjunction at 9 degrees. And so there's so much inspiration here for you, all right? So make sure that you're making time so that intuitive, inspirational, all those ideas, all those, concepts can come up for you, and you can ground into them. Our leap day features Venus in Aquarius, sending gorgeous trine energy, flow energy, beautiful flow to the South Node in Libra, blessing, little sextile up to the North Node in Aries, and of course a little blessing also to Chiron. There's abundant opportunity to heal here. This will really help, I think, kind of maybe smooth over some of the ruffled edges from that last contact with Jupiter that wasn't so pleasant. A lot of potential karmic healing here if you're doing the work. We welcome March on the 1st with a beautiful sextile, a blessing energy from the Sun in Pisces over to that Jupiter. So a lot of Jupiter this week. And remember, Jupiter is typically positive unless you overcommit, overdo, or go to extremes. So keep it kind of in the center. And that continued energy of Venus with the nodes, I really think that's helping you in your relationships as you're figuring out where the relationship karma is really taking you and who belongs in your life and who doesn't. We finish the week as we get into the 2nd and 3rd. We get into a little bit of a clash with Venus and Uranus. Now, this could bring up almost anything. It could bring up some sudden shocks with the stock market. Again, things that relate to love and money have that Uranian buzz to them. So especially if you are a Venus ruled sign, if you're a Taurus or a Libra, even your own nervous system might be a little electrified. So you're going to want to stay grounded and watch for potential reversals. So they could be big, sudden, shocking moments, some positive, some not so positive. So stay adaptable as you get to the end of the week. The Sun is also starting to move away from Saturn, and so you'll start to feel a little bit more levity towards the end of the week as well. But again, stay balanced because of that Venus-Uranus contact. All right, so this week, the way to high vibe this week is engage in your emotional intelligence, right? There is this beautiful blend where you understand what you're feeling and you can sense, process, and react in appropriate ways. Number 2, dig into that inspiration, but ground it in reality, okay? It just can't be this untethered kind of woo kind of thing. All those Jupiter contacts are asking you to be practical, stay grounded, respect your body, respect your limits, and stay in your body. That's probably the best way to say it. For those of you that tend to live in a world, whether it's in your mind or in your emotions, stay anchored in the physical. And then finally, engage in the karmic healing practices that are going to help you to process all of this Aries Libra energy. So it really is about identifying relationship patterns that are negative and resolving those negative patterns, whether it's something within you, whether it's something, well, even in relationship, the root of the thing is deep within you. Okay, so you resolve the issue with you, and then your outer relationships will change in accordance with that maturity. Things to avoid this week: confusion or excess. Okay, you could really want to go all in on something that maybe you don't have all the information on. So be a little bit more wise, and that all those moon voids, there's additional moon voids, but that one really long one, but there are additional ones. Be sure to hop on my blog to check those out. So watch the confusion or excess. Ask yourself at any point, like, could I be really wrong about this? Am I going too far? Okay. Laziness. With Jupiter contacts, there can be this like, yeah, I'll get around to it. Same with that Piscean kind of, illusion, escapism kind of thing. Can be like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just scroll instead. Okay. Try to get focused. Try not to be lazy. And then again, with all of these contacts with Venus, all of these contacts with Jupiter, all of these contacts in Taurus, watch your love, watch your money. Pay attention to those things this week. All right, let's check out the tarot.
Hello, my beautiful friends, and namaste. This is Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology, and we are going to check out the Isis Lotus Tarot spread for the week of February the 26th, 2024. So wrapping up February, where did it go? Darlings, I'm telling you. Zoom, zoom, all planets direct, zoom, zoom. All right, let's see what the reading for the collective is. And as you know, this indicates 2 different ways to work with the energies. All right, cards are ready. Now, as we begin, we talk about the foundational energy. The basic influence of the past was the Three of Swords. So we have some difficult emotions here. We are maybe not feeling about great. There's some low-level worries, concerns. This is the environment that you find yourself in. And then there's you, the Empress. You have an idea. You want to create. You want to birth. You want to begin something. You're focused on things that are Venusian, money, resources. The environment that you want to birth that into, Ace of Pentacles, so new beginnings. Aces have been showing up in the readings big time. As these come together, culmination card is the Wheel of Fortune. There's some karmic things happening. Okay, there are bigger cycles at play. It's not just you. These are larger karmic cycles. Key card of the future, Four of Pentacles. You need to conserve your money. You need to conserve your time. You need to pull back, withdraw. This is a symbol that says, hey, solidify your home base, solidify yourself. Don't overextend yourself. Opposing forces in play, well, we've got the Chariot, and the Chariot indicates that you are ready to go forward with something, but you've been stagnant. You're not making that choice. So what is that? What could that be? The other alternative would be Two of Pentacles, that you just need to remain really balanced, really finding that perfect in-between space of not too much and not too little. Detail, near future key card, the Magician. We love to see the Magician show up. Look at him there balancing all four of the elements of tarot. So this is a reassurance that we are going to be okay. The modifiers are, on the Chariot side, we've got the Death card. The Death card is a different kind of ending than a Tower ending. A Tower ending is more of like something is ripped from you. The Death card is more of like a natural, like kind of like, it's time to end that. We might still be sad about it. On the other side with the Two of Pentacles, another card that's sort of like an ending card, the Ace of Swords. It's kind of like endings that cause new beginnings. And so it is an optimistic type of card, but it's a very intellectual card. Interestingly enough, we pulled that card last week. All right. We've also got another ace. Well, this is just mind-blowing. 2 weeks in a row filled with aces. So over here on the Death card, there's an ending, and then the Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Over on the other side, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, conflict. Now, this conflict can be external to us or internal. You'll have to see, but there could be some arguments. This is a 5 number, right? So it's poised in between. This could escalate or de-escalate depending on the choices that you make. And then finally, we're going to look at the possible solutions or progressions. Chariot, Death, Ace of Wands, we've got the Sun. So the Sun is being able to illuminate something. It is a bright card, an optimistic card, and a card of really developing your skills, talents, and being who you are. On the other side, with the Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Five of Wands, we've got the Nine of Cups, emotional abundance and fulfillment. Both are very positive. Over here with the Sun, we've also got the Three of Pentacles. So once you start moving in the right direction, something wraps up, you initiate a new beginning, you really feel like you can be yourself in this new beginning, and it shows you're working on building skills for the future. On the other side, Two of Pentacles, we're trying to stay balanced. We've just got to eliminate some things, be very logical. There might be some conflict, but at the end of the day, you will have abundance. You will feel really positive, and it will come down to making choices. So the final card is Seven of Cups. So wow, another week loaded with ace energy. We've got aces, 3 of the 4 aces popping up in this reading this week. March again is a powerful month. We begin eclipse season, and it will feel like the gas pedal goes down a little bit until May. So I wish you the most marvelous week. If this is useful and helpful, please comment below. It helps the channel to grow, and I'll see you next week. Bye.